Standing the objections of the governor, the chair recognizes Representative Liston.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I rise with a heavy heart and mind. It took me a long time to write this speech because honestly, what can I say that hasn't been said by every single children's hospital in the state and every professional medical society about why evidence-based gender-affirming care is the best approach to treatment of young people facing issues and questions about gender, and about why this legislation will be incredibly harmful to children in Ohio. I have lost track of the number of times I have stood against bills targeting the LGBTQ community and transgender individuals. And I know that despite what it seems, I'm not actually speaking to the majority party in the room, none of whom are especially interested in what I have to say on this matter, even though as a pediatrician, I have the most experience here working with transgender children. But I am speaking to the people I represent and the people across the state who entrust us in this body to make decisions that change their lives for the better. I'm speaking to the 58% of Ohioans who agreed in November that healthcare decisions should not be the business of the government, and even the 63% of Ohioans who voted for DeWine as governor. And most importantly, I am speaking to the thousands of Ohio citizens who reached out to share their personal, private stories in order to keep an overreaching government out of their health care and to prevent the state from stripping them of their parental rights and bodily autonomy. And so, to those people, I say, I see you. I am with you. I support you. And I will continue to fight with you. And I say, I am sorry. I'm sorry that we are here today to take away your rights, to target a small, vulnerable group, and undermine health care for all children in Ohio. I'm sorry that we could not stop this. I came here to try to improve health care, to help people get access to things they need to say well. It crushes me that we continuously do the opposite, focusing all of our intention on bills that restrict access to care and ignoring the will of the people. This bill is not about protecting anyone. We have had hundreds of hours of testimony on this bill. Across all of this time, there have been only a handful of people who have identified as a detransitioner, and they are overwhelmingly against this bill. There are 6 transgender kids playing sports. Do not tell me this bill is about protecting detransitioners in Ohio who clearly do not want or need the bill, or those other 400,000 kids playing sports. We're clearly facing a huge threat. It is not. This is about ideology and giving power to those who believe that transgender individuals should not have the same rights as the rest of us. The impact of this bill cannot be overstated. Together with the executive orders, Ohio will be the most restrictive state for transgender individuals of any age, as we codify details of complex treatments into law and strips adults of their bodily autonomy so that their individual health decisions must follow government mandates rather than a nuanced discussion with their doctors and families. Children's hospitals that provide mental health support for those suffering with gender dysphoria will close, as there will be no way to offer or even talk about evidence-based therapy. Remember, there's a gag rule in this bill. I truly struggle to comprehend the arrogance of the people in this room who are voting to override this veto. To believe that somehow their knowledge and understanding of this issue is better than those who spend their entire lives in medical and mental health fields. Or to think only of the personal gain that they may garner from this vote rather than the impact of the kids in Ohio. or to speak about being against big government, then insert the state government into personal and intimate aspects of people's lives. Today is a dark day, and I know many are hurting and afraid. You are not alone. There is some hope. Over the last several months, we have seen the power of activism at the ballot box. People have seen through misinformation and messaging to stand up strong for the right to make their own medical decisions. While we feel powerless now in our state, the power does not lie with these elected officials, but rather with the people of Ohio. And I, and the others in my Democratic caucus, will continue to fight with the people for you. I urge you no.